welcome to a brand new video. It is currently Wednesday, so you will have just seen that Monday I spent a good day off organising some bits and bobs. I tidied up the utility, which has been on my to-do list for a really long time, and I planted some plants in the garden because it's starting to be spring. It's officially March, so it's turning into springtime, and I love March because it starts to get warmer, the sun starts to come out, and the clock goes forward, so it starts to get lighter later. It's also got my birthday in March, and yeah, it's just nice things happen in March. It's a good month. But yeah, I organised all myself on Monday. Yesterday me and Tom kind of sorted out, before I went to work at 1, we sorted out all the list of everything we want to do this year and started getting organised, written some plans down and stuff. So we really don't have that many plans for this year so far. We're actually starting to plan next year, which we'll talk about in another video. But yeah, we've not really got that many plans this year. We're actually going, this month though is one of our plans, we're going to see the My Neighbour Totoro stage show, which is so exciting. We're going a couple of days before my birthday just because that was the best date for us. But we're super excited about that, so we're going to be heading down to London in a couple of weeks to go and see that, which is fun. If you've seen it or if you've booked in to see it, let me know. But I'll do a whole vlog on that day as well and show you everything that's there and whatnot, because we are huge Studio Ghibli fans. We love the art style, the music, just the whole vibe of all the films and everything. So we're excited to see what it's transformed like into a stage show, because it's going to be completely different. So yeah, super excited for that. But today I've got work at 4, so not really, it's like a really random time. Like I can definitely do things, but I spent a lot of time this morning just chilling out, having breakfast. I've had one of those mornings where I've tried to find all of the little bits that I want to get for the house to get sorted. Like we need a new rug for down here. I want some baskets for underneath the TV cabinet, which I couldn't find the other week. I need to get some more frames for up here, because this is another thing I want to do. And yeah, but I just couldn't find any. I looked on the internet and I just could not find any, so it's kind of been like makes it feel like a waste of time. But yeah, so that is my morning so far. I'm now going to start, you can see my monstera here, I'm going to cut it up a little bit. It's getting a bit wild and I want it to grow upwards and big rather than sprout out like a bush. So I'm going to sort that out now. I also need to finish up some computery bits before I head off to work. And yeah, I would write a to-do list, but I feel like it wouldn't have too much on it today because I'm not 100% what I've got time for. So I've written a whole list for the month of like finishing up the stairs and the hallway, so we're going to do that. My dad is actually coming on Friday. Friday is my next day off, to sort the garden out, or start sorting the garden out. We've got, I'll put in a clip here while I'm talking, but we've got the like weird fencing on the wall that's literally right outside our door by our patio. It separates our patio to our grass, but it's got this fence on it, and I just want to get rid of the whole thing. So I want to get rid of the fencing and the wall. I just have the garden be like free flowing out. One day I want to get a pergola to sit out from the door, and then we can like have some little clips on it, and we can put a shade up in the summer, or like we can grow plants up it and things like that, and it'll be really nice. But obviously that's a way off just yet. But my dad's coming on Friday to help me move the fencing onto the actual fence, so to use it as trellis. We've got some trailing plants up the fence which I need support, so we can use this fencing as trellis for that. So that's super exciting. And yeah, fingers crossed it actually does fit and work and whatnot. But there's also, I'll go out and show you as well, where we're putting it, there's a whole row of slabs. So you've got like the concrete path, which is not the nicest, and one day I would like to change the concrete path to slabs and like have it a lot more appealing looking, but it's a big job, so we're going to leave that for now. But next to the concrete there's a bunch of slabs that they've put down, and I don't know why they put the slabs there and not made it into flower beds, because they've got some flowers growing out and then slabs around it. So I'm going to take all the slabs up and put all the dad's compost down and start planting plants in there. And the same on the other side, there's a dip down to the fence where they've put the fence in, But it's just a massive hole to next door's garden, which they don't keep their garden very tidy. So weeds and vines and things come through. So I'm going to get some plastic tarping and hollow out all the big gap, put the tarping down and have flower beds on that side too. So super excited for what our garden's going to look like this summer. Fingers crossed it looks nice by the time we're finished. But there's a lot of work to be done. We also want to move the shed backwards because there's a big gap that we sorted out last year behind it, so we can move the shed back, and then we've got all that space at the bottom as well. And yeah, we just want to make the most of our garden and be able to actually use it this year and have it look nice. And I really enjoy gardening, so to be able to plant plants out there and see them thrive, it would be really nice. So yeah, that was a very big homey kind of catch up. The utility is on its way, the hallway will be the next job, and the garden is a work in progress. So yeah, fingers crossed it all looks nice by the end. But right, let's get to cutting this monstera here. I'll bring it all out and I'm going to propagate it so I can make another one for me because I love it, and I want it to start being like the gappy leaf monstera, so the palmy kind of leaves that everybody sees and thinks of when they think of monstera. But also I'm going to gift some to my friend Bryony, who is also a plant lover like me. So let's give it a go. Fingers crossed I don't kill it because it's my favourite. Here we go. You can't majorly tell, but I split it in two. So we've got this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. You can see from the nodes at the bottom here. So this is where they split and then they go into the soil as 4 different plants. But it's now all facing forward because you have the bits where the roots come off at the back and the leaves point to the front. So this is a lot more shaped right now, I guess. This one will start to turn around to the sun, but this one's doing well because it's growing upwards. If you can see, there's a split at the bottom there and then a split here too, all on the same plant. So then this next one will split off this one and fingers crossed grow up again, and then that will become the next like main one and it will start to grow up and up and up. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so then the bit I split off is this little plant here, which I really like. I'm going to do a test and see if this one starts to get better or worse, or whether it will start to do the splitty thing that I want it to do with its leaves, more being directly in the windowsill or not, because this one's obviously over here, but who knows. We'll leave it there, see how it goes, but I've found a plant for the plant pot. Good morning everybody, it is now, dark, it is now Friday. It's officially garden day. I got up at like 6:30 this morning with Tom when he went off to work, and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I'm awake now. It is now 10:30. I've not really done too much with my morning, which I always feel terrible about. I'm always just wishing that I'd done more. But I've now got myself ready to start doing the garden with Dad, and I thought I'd give you a quick before. So what we are planning to do is take down all of these fences today and put them up along this fence. to act as trellis, and then I can grow all climbing plants. So mainly this one. This is all broken, so don't worry. This one, which has started shooting, as you can see, up against this wall. And then this is the one from last year, which I don't know if it's going to grow back or not. So I kind of just left it there and we'll see. I'm going to get rid of the rhubarb, get rid of all these plants that I don't want. And this is our jasmine. So then that will also have a new bit of trellis to grow up against. And if there's any left, I'll just put it on this side. So yeah, that is the main job today. And if we get any more, I want to take up all of these pavers and put compost down so I can grow plants around the other plants. One down. It already makes the garden look so much bigger. It's next door neighbour's dog, sorry. Here we go, last one. It already looks so much better. Very, very pleased with it. I prefer it so much more. And this wall's gone as well, it'll be so much better. Like, even this is better than what it was. I just like being able to see out instead.
Yeah, it's concreted in.
But right, the garden looks pretty good now. But it's getting pretty cold, very windy, so that's it for today, but pretty good. Everybody, it is officially the weekend. Nice and sunny weekend. I feel like the weather is finally picking up and it is becoming spring at last. I am off this morning. I have had some banana pancakes, which you saw. I wouldn't really recommend that recipe, my recipe that I do before. Sorry, this bit of hair keeps falling down. It's because I tried to do something with it and I'm just not very good at it. I wouldn't recommend that recipe that I use. Just use the recipe that I always use. I don't know why I decided I wanted to change it, but I put bananas in it and you can't even really taste it, so I'm not going to do that one again, but never mind. You live and you learn, you don't know until you try things. But I'm going this morning, right now, to go down to the cinema, not to work, but to go and see Bob Marley. So I'm going to see One Love. It's been on all this week at the cinema, and I've not been to the cinema in a long time. I think the last thing I saw, was it Wonka at Christmas? Potentially. No, I must have seen something since then. I'll have a look on my letterbox, but I haven't been to the cinema to see something new in a little while. So I'm excited to go watch something on the big screen Me and Tom want to go and watch The Boy and the Heron at some point. I need to find when we're on a day off. Maybe we'll go on Monday. But I've got a couple of other people who would also like to come, so figure out when they are also free. But we're going to go and see that at some point too, the new Studio Ghibli film. But yeah, I'll give you a review when I get back. Okay, I'm back from the cinema. The film was pretty good actually. I'd give it like 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. Kingsley, who played Bob Marley, was really good at doing his persona. He's obviously watched a bunch of things and films and clips of Bob Marley because he got his like dancing on stage like down to a T, and he got the lingo and the twang that he specifically had down really well. The film itself was alright. It was a very specific, like, it was just the period of time during his like peace tour, like him becoming into worldwide fame and going on tour and trying to do the concert and whatnot. But it didn't show the concert. It showed some concerts and some shows, but not the one that he did in Jamaica. It did clips of it, like the actual one at the end. But that's like the period of time. It's like when he said he's going to do it up to the time that he actually did do it. So yeah, it was good. I think if you knew Bob Marley, like my mum and dad enjoyed it a lot. They were around when it was happening, so they can kind of remember it and a lot more, whereas I don't really, like I know Bob Marley, but I don't really know like the little bits. Like there was a little bit that confused me and then my mum explained it to me at the end. But isn't it mad that literally every single person knows who Bob Marley is? Like, crazy. Crazy! But it was good. If you like his music, then I'd recommend it. I always like those biopic ones. So, yeah, and the next one coming out, if you haven't seen, is Amy Winehouse, which is awesome. But yeah, that was that. And then I went up to Morrison's. I got some milk bread and super cute soap. Like, all Bayliss and Harding. All rainbowy. So that's super cool. It was on sale, half price, rainbow fruit cocktail, but it smells pretty good. So I got that. Morrison's also had these cute gift bags in the Mother's Day, no, in the Easter bit, sorry, which I thought was really cute. I've got into the habit of now getting things for birthdays and whatnot when I see it. So I've got some cards and things, and I always get them because otherwise it gets to the birthday. And like this, it's got to Mother's Day. I've had to go buy my nan, I have 2 nans, a card the day before, because I just didn't get around to it. So I bought things like little gift bags. I liked this one. Look at the pandas. And wrapping paper. I like this one. It's dogs in party hats, which I thought was really cute. Yeah, so I got that as well. I got my nan that card, and then the other day I picked these up in town as well. Just some nice, simple, everybody will like them, birthday cards. I mainly have friends who are girls, so that is what I got. I do have some boy cards upstairs, but we don't really have many boys that we need to gift for, so yeah. I also got my auntie a gift that I need to send her in the post. I got her a little pouch with a bird and some flowers on. It's all just wrapped up in the shop now, which is nice and free. So I can send that out to her. Her birthday's next week. So yeah, it was an eventful, well done trip. I'm now gonna go and edit this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been a very chilled week for me apart from doing the garden, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so glad that we did it. I'll show you the view from the back door now because it's just so much better. Like I can see out into the garden and it just looks so nice. Like I don't even mind that little wall being there at the moment. I'd rather paint it, get the patio all nice and do all the flower beds, and like I'd be okay with that. Like I'm not stressing about getting the wall down or getting the pergola up. It would be nice to do it this year and get it all finished, but if we don't, I won't stress. I want to try and get the utility room finished. I want to do something with our bedroom because at the moment it's just a room with a bed in it and some drawers, and Tom's wardrobe is completely empty and all his clothes are in the game room because he's still not finished that. So I'd rather finish that and get all that done than stress about having to spend a lot of money on the garden. So just doing that little bit has made so much difference, and I'm very, very glad that we actually got around to doing it and did it before the flowers started to grow. Could you imagine us trying to put it behind the flowers once they'd started blooming? I wouldn't want to ruin them, and I'd just put it off again. So I'm glad that we did it, and yeah, fingers crossed the next thing will be the utility room, finishing it up, making it all Harry Pottery, and then we can move on and finish the hallway as well, because that I want to do. We might even do that on Monday. Maybe me and Tom have got a joint day off on Monday, so maybe that'll be the next bit and we'll do the hallway and it'll be completely finished. Well, almost completely finished. We need to get a runner for the stairs. I've got the paint for the hallway because it's the same as in here. We've got the paint for the uprights on the stairs. We've got the paint for the skirting board. I've got the wood for the shelf and the shelf bracket. Just need to physically do it. So yeah, fingers crossed we get that sorted soon. It'd be really nice if we did it on Monday. Maybe it'll be the next vlog. I also picked this up in Morrison's. You were sitting on it, so I forgot about it. But it's this little flower press. And I thought it'd be really cute. In my gallery wall, I've got some of those just glass, like completely glass frames that are see through all the way through. And I thought it'd be really nice to, when the summer months come and the flowers start to bloom, press some of the flowers and then put them on the gallery wall. Wouldn't that be cute? That'd be really nice. So I bought that because it was £1.50. So yeah, pretty good. But the view from here now, look how nice that is. Once these bricks are gone, which I'll move this week at some point, and all of this is cleaned and all the weeds are gone again, and if we paint this wall white, how nice will that look? Because there'll be all flowers growing up here, and then at some point we will get lining and stuff to go down this edge, and I'll fill all of that in and we'll have flower beds on both sides, and then that'll be flowers coming out like there, and this one will be flowers growing up the fence. That'd be so nice. And I think that that's the beams that still need to go, but I think that's okay, to be honest, because in the summer we could put chairs and stuff out here, and I could put like a triangle sail if we wanted some shade. That'd be really nice. But fingers crossed we're going to move the shed back where we got rid of all of that stuff before, and all of these slabs that are underneath the trellis here that these plant pots are sat on, I'm getting rid of to fill with soil, and we're going to sit the shed further back on those slabs. So yeah, fingers crossed it all works out, but I'm so much happier with the trellis over there. Like, just opens the garden up so much and it's so nice. I just can't decide where to put the washing line. And that is it. It is much, much, much later now. I've been sat on my bum. I've had some dinner and Tom's been at work. He's doing a late one today. He's said that he'll stay a little bit later and do a twilight that he used to do. So that's him. But I've had some dinner. I've been sat here watching. I watched season 2 of Ginny and Georgia. I've watched the first 3 episodes. 3 episodes. Because I wasn't on that hype when it first came out. I wasn't 100% on board with the first season, but I now feel like I need to catch up because everybody always talks about these things. So yeah, catching up on that, but then I didn't want to bum myself out too much, so then I started watching more Propagating, as I'm kind of on a hype of catching up on every single one of her videos at the moment. And then I'll rewatch some old ones. I've had phases like this, like I watched all of Helena and Martin's Vlogmas. Before Vlogmas, I watched it in like September of like all their previous years. I watched all of Sophie and Dave's like old vlogs. I go back through all of my old friends' vlogs, so like Olivia and all of that. And I just watch people's old vlogs. I don't know why. Maybe I just get impatient waiting for them to upload a new one. But I just like watching people's old vlogs. Becky and Lloyd's Walt Disney World vlogs are the new vlogs that we're watching at the moment as well. So yeah, best of both worlds, new and old. But been watching that, editing this video, because it takes so long. Finding music and stuff just takes so long. But yeah, so I've done that, and I'm going to go snuggle up in bed, wait for Tom to come home, and I might even see if I can get the Switch working with Tom's extra controller that he's got. He's got a wired controller, because when we went up to Olivia and Kieran's house ages ago, I can't even remember how long ago it was, but it was ages ago. We went to Edinburgh, so whenever our Edinburgh vlog came out, which is like over a year ago now, we left our Switch controllers at their house and we still haven't got them back, and we need to go see them and then get our Switch controllers back. Or, you know, we could just buy some new ones, but Switch controllers are like 60 quid, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can get it working with the wired controller. Maybe play some Animal Crossing in bed and wait for Tom to come home. Which would be nice because I've not played Animal Crossing in ages. Ages and ages and ages, and I need to remind myself about my island. I'm also thinking that I could start a new game on my phone because I don't have any games on my phone. And I feel like if I have a game that I could play like a little bit of, and then like it gets to a bit where I can't do any more, and I can stop, which is like 5-10 minutes in, that's better than doom scrolling because I could doom scroll for hours. So maybe I'll try and find a good game. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, that is what I'm going to do now, end this video and go up to bed. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope you enjoy. I'll try and get Tom in another vlog soon. He's just always at work when I'm at home, so we rarely get days off together, but we've got Monday next week off together, and I think we've got another day off, or part of a day off next week together. And then the week after we're going to London, so I'm super excited for that. So there'll definitely be a vlog with Tom in coming up soon. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support as usual, and we'll see you in the next one.